It's good news. Strade Biache is on. Which means I'm flying to Italy tomorrow and I am not ready or packed at all. And I think I'm going to have to pack tomorrow morning because today consists of quick spin, studio time, catching up with an old friend, filming a BikeFitTuesdays, and then date night with Daisy. It'll be alright. I'll just do it in the morning. This also turned up this morning. I think I know what it is. Yes! Some of you might remember I was doing a bit of work with Hutchinson tyres on a video shoot recently. They are the latest sponsor of the channel. Tubeless ride time.
Hello. No,
alright.
Don't embarrass me. Hello.
What's wrong?
I've been stuck in a 5214 for like...
Your DI2 ran out?
Yeah. No, it didn't run out. It just doesn't work. Stopped working like halfway through the ride. So.
That's why you're late. I was late.
You said 2 minutes, 5 minutes.
Yeah, I know, because I was sat on the sofa waiting for you. Because you were late. And I was on my Instagram, I just got absorbed by the internet.
It's awful, isn't it? Endless scrolling.
It is bad. Should we go?
It's not as bad as this though, man. Honestly, look, I'm fucking. I only have to go in the little room.
Going out, getting dumber. That's the move.
This is where the magic happens.
Wonderful.
Oh, hang on. Wait. I don't know if the viewers remember you.
Megamorphin time.
I'll put the clip in.
Yeah. Megamorphin time.
New viewers at least, this is Pickle.
Hello.
Or do you want to be called your real name?
I don't really mind. I'm Pickle. YouTubers claimed it. I thought you had a black thing on the walls from what I saw the last time.
Yeah, we did for a minute, and it did fit perfectly.
Yeah.
But then the holes don't line up.
We spent about 2 hours putting it up, taking it down, swapping the unit, putting it up, taking it down, and it's still not done, so.
Good work.
It was a great day.
We'll get there.
You can interview Lawrence in his helmet.
What? About what?
Don't know. About what he's been up to, why his editing takes so long.
Why does your editing take so long?
Oh, put him in it.
Ouch. Try my best. I've got 2 videos going out every week at the moment, so you know, stop grilling me.
So I'm going to film some bike fit stuff with them in there in a minute. But this is the boring bit though. We'll wait till he's on the jig.
Vietnam. We got
We went to the Hard Rock.
Las Vegas.
We
went to
brings you guys to the Hard Rock. It's like overpriced tourist traps.
wanted a burger.
We needed after a month of fucking noodles.
See you guys soon. Good to see you, man.
And then it was 2 days later that I went. Oh.
You come in for BikeFitTuesdays and talking about scuba diving.
Oh, is that what you're doing?
Yes.
Exchanging
I forgot you both do diving, don't you? Now you're going to be talking about like snorkels and...
And don't you dare use the word goggles. It's a mask. Not a goggle.
Should we do an old school BikeFitTuesdays?
Yeah, sure.
You know, where we just go and film a bike fit.
I wish the viewers could see your face. Actually, that's basically what it looks like. Yeah, there you go. Have you met them?
Yeah. Oh, mate, years ago.
This is old school.
Before you were.
Before me.
BJ.
What?
Before James.
Oh yeah. So two BJ.
He's from the year 2BJ.
Is that like a new thing that we're going to try?
2 BBJ. BFJ. Bollocks. Fucking hell. I don't even. Oh my.
How many more letters can we try and
Are
put
you
into
sure
one
you
thing?
want me to do this?
You're having a bike fit because you want to get a new bike and you're doing it the right way around, which is fit first, buy later.
Yes, exactly.
So
100%.
we have yet to find out what is wrong with you.
Yes. Well, we started. There's a few weird technical things that James has said, but I've ignored those and I'm going to jump on said weird bike and we're going to find out what's right. Oh, that's certainly the highest saddle I've had to fucking climb on.
I don't expect to get in my way. I'll be
Quite good for me. I'm quite bony. It'll stick out.
Yeah. Greater trochanter, that's where the femur meets the pelvis. The first question is, how would you describe the pressure on your hands? High, medium or low?
Would you say a bit medium?
If you took your hands off the handlebars right now, what would happen?
Well, my core's not engaged. I can feel it.
Okay.
So I would naturally tend to want to go forward.
Okay. Are you clawing with your toes inside the shoes?
Not really. A little bit of my body's like my natural pedal tendency from all the training. I have a tendency to want to pull back. It feels to my heels slightly higher.
Yeah.
So I feel when I first started pedaling, it felt like I was a little bit cramped.
Flexion through the bottom of the stroke to the point of the toes.
Yeah.
Which I've come to associate with stability of the foot, but not always. I mean, so for example, quite a lot of people will point their toes because the saddle's too high.
Yeah.
So if they reach overextension of the leg, they have to point the toe to get through the bottom of the stroke.
Yeah.
I'm not entirely convinced that's the case here, although it might have something to do with instability of the foot, which is probably or possibly driven by your choice of shoe.
Okay.
So to give you an idea, I would normally expect between 138 and 142 degrees of extension with a flat foot through the bottom of the stroke. Now that doesn't mean to say that people don't leave here outside of that range, because they absolutely do. But you can see we got around 135 degrees with a plantar flexed foot, so with the toe point. I would argue that we might want to extend your leg a little bit more, but we can do that in two ways. We can raise the saddle height, but what you then might find is you might lose it through the bottom of the stroke, or we can sort of try and encourage you to drive it through the heel. I don't want you to try and actively drive through the heel, but we're going to do some work with things like cleat location, potentially shoe brand, and arch support, which will probably influence how much you point the toes. Okay. And that has a direct correlation to glute function and muscle enlistment. So you know, you've got to look beyond just the leg extension figures. Saddle height is basically it's a balancing act between enabling you to get through the bottom of the stroke, but not impinging the hips through the top of the stroke. Yeah, that makes sense, because obviously at top dead centre, not obviously, but
that's when it comes to double-edged sword.
Exactly, and that's so potentially at this point in time, you're going to end up with two issues. You're going to impinge the hips. Yes. And you're also potentially going to be putting a little bit more strain through the knee, because at top dead centre you're starting to drive power through the quadriceps, and your knee is theoretically a little bit more flexed with a lower saddle height, which has led to the belief that an insufficient saddle height causes knee pain. Yeah. It's got to be really quite low to cause you knee pain, let's be honest. This is a G8. It's a modular orthotic. It's a modular footbed. I want this to feel slightly invasive, like you got something soft pushing up underneath your arches. It's going to feel a bit weird, but
it's way more comfortable. Like that actually feels like it's actually.
Yeah. So the best thing about this is, so a lot of footbeds you get in sporting, particularly cycling, they aren't really adjustable. You got like they pigeonhole people into high arch, medium arch, and low arch.
You can't really do that with anyone.
Feet are a little bit different. They're a little bit more. There's a bit more to them than that. G8 footbeds. They're like suspension for your feet. Get them on bicyclerichmond.co.uk.
Well, I've always preferred it slightly more firm across the top of my foot. I mean, it feels fine. I've got the right amount of width. It almost feels quite wide here.
This is something to consider. You're wearing a 43 physique, yeah? Yep. This is a 44 lake, so it's a size bigger, because lakes do come up a little bit smaller. It's a size bigger, but look how much further the centre of the cleat is behind the first metatarsal. Right? So even with a larger shoe, which realistically speaking, the cleat location should be further forward on a larger shoe. We've got 20 mil behind the first met instead of 10 to 15. More, in fact. I'll just measure it. And what this does, 9 mil on your old shoe, 22 on the new shoe. Now, what that translates to is quite a lot of torsion being put. We've just been talking about off camera the fact that you felt like you were pedaling with your toes, and it creates quite a lot of just torsion in the forefoot. You end up with numb feet. You end up with putting a lot of strain through the knees and the hips and the pelvis further up the chain. So that's generally my reasoning for getting the cleat a little bit further back. One tiny man once said that you don't stamp on something with your toes, which is quite a valid point. No one really, you don't stamp on something with your toes. I always also think about it, if you're digging with a shovel, you don't, stamp on the shovel with your toes, do you? So that's kind of one of the concepts behind taking the cleat slightly further back. Let's try this and see what you think. Okay, so does it feel like there's more or less flow in that right foot?
Less.
Right, fine. What we did to your right foot was to fit a varus wedge, and in order to understand its function, you've got to think about how we walk. So most people heel strike, lateral side of calcaneus, heel bone. We pronate because everyone pronates, and then you push off with the ball of the foot. The problem with that is in cycling, the shoe is affixed, so it leads to the foot moving through this motion inside the shoe, which I've come to find manifests itself as excessive float. Right? Now, a lot of people end up trying to dial this out with the use of fixed cleats. Now, and this is a slightly drawn out story, but that tends to have ramifications further up the chain. So what they're doing, they're treating the symptom rather than the root cause, and they end up putting quite a lot of undue stress and strain on the knee. So in reality, if it feels like there's a notion of excessive flow, it's usually driven by lack of arch support, poor cleat location, lack of wedging. These are sold by many as a means of correcting a varus knee. So if your knee's if you're not kneed when you ride a bike, the philosophy is you stick a wedge in, which straightens the foot, which straightens the knee. They don't really do that, but they do tend to have the impact of improving stability of the foot, which is exactly what you've just fed back to me. As soon as we put the wedge in, that notion of excessive flow just disappears. Word of warning to the viewers: don't fit fixed cleats because you feel like you've got a lot of flow. It's probably not that, it's probably your physiques. Just have to get Rob to draw a frame draft for you.
Yes, yeah. I need to just speak to him about all of that.
But you know, it'll have long stem, short head tube. Look good. Next time we'll do some beers.
Yes.
Three bike fits and a handover.
Good morning.
Good mornings. You're right.
Next time, hopefully, will be a new bike and a beer.
Yeah, buddy.
Stuck in the rain. Forgot a bag for my camera.